My name is Russ Vallone. I am the president of Market Point Realty Advisors. We are a group of economists, demographers, and real estate analysts who have been studying the San Diego and Southern California housing market for the past 3 decades. I am here tonight to sort of talk to you about the relationship of housing, new home construction, jobs, and economic prosperity. The Center for Housing Policies in Washington, D.C. prepared a report called Building California's Future for the California Department of Real Estate, the California Department of Housing and Community Development, and looked at the economic and fiscal impact of housing on construction in California. In this report, they basically delineated 3 primary effects of housing. The direct effect of housing, money spent on construction materials and wages paid to construction workers. They looked at indirect spending. That's money spent by suppliers on goods and services, raw materials, money spent on engineers, consulting services, and even people in your own planning department who are associated with the construction of new homes, and also the wages paid to suppliers and their consultants. Finally, they looked at the induced effect of housing, and that is demands for goods and services created from employees of construction companies, their suppliers, when spending their paychecks within our communities and throughout the region. The reality is that during the 2000s, $25 billion in direct construction spending occurred in San Diego County. Indirect spending was almost $9 billion, and induced spending was $6.5 billion, for a total of over $40 billion in economic output in the region. Unfortunately, we saw the effect of housing slowdown from an average of 15,000 units a year between 2000 and 2005 down to about 3,200 units a year over the last 2 years. That resulted in direct construction spending dropping by 75% from $3.1 billion in average between 2000 and 2005 down to less than $1 billion in 2009 and 2010. The economic output in the region as a result of that slowdown fell from an average of $5.1 billion to about $1.2 billion over the last 2 years. The net effect is the region has lost over $15 billion in economic output. But then there's the human side of this equation. In the early 1990s, we lost about under 20,000 construction-related jobs in San Diego County. Over the last couple of years, we've more than doubled that number to 37,000. When we look at construction losses in the county are down 42% of the jobs lost in the county were construction jobs. When you add to that real estate and finance, which are all housing related, we bring up to 61% of the job loss. And finally, when you look at it, 1 out of 4 unemployed people in San Diego County are in the construction trades. The report that was prepared showed that housing in San Diego County, for every new home built, we generate 1.4 jobs. If we are able to put housing back on its foot, if we are able to get construction moving again in this county, we can get the plumbers, the electricians, and even the shiny shoes like myself back to work. And then when those people go back to work, the induced effects to the economy will help rise the ships, or help rise the tide for all of us. What we need and what we ask from you at the city is to help develop policies and procedures that can help housing get a start, help us get the jobs back into the county that we need so that we can grow the prosperity of the county and, more importantly, for your concern, put dollars into your city treasures that are related to the construction of housing. Thank you very much for your time and courtesy.